Oh, it's the same save, Omar. What are you talking about, Omar? What are you talking about, Omar? Indium and paraffinium. Is that the only one left, Omar? Is this thing, right? 70 hours or so? Omar, I almost have all the glyphs. Why is this guy Shroom guy all over my planet? How did he get here? I think he used the Nexus and fucking because I uploaded my base of servers. I don't like that this guy's on my planet, Omar. It's bothering me. Get off my planet. No, I don't like that shit, Omar. Now we can sell this gravity anymore. Gases are important for whatever. Any these like odd items I don't really know too much about. We're gonna drop in this. Like I feel like this guy's like trolling Omar. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know who he is, man. It's like, get off my planet. Like, these people, like, he's over there, look. He's a computer player. But, like, why are you on my planet, bro? He can't blow it up. I mean, he could fuck with it, don't get me wrong, he could. He could terrain manipulate and shit and fuck with it. I hope he doesn't. But he can't blow it up. I mean, if he's cool, I don't mind if he's, like, not an asshole, but I don't trust people on the internet. People are assholes, you know that. I mean, we don't have to really go there. People are jerk-offs, that's just how it works. You know what I mean, Omar? Like, dude, get off my planet, yo. This is my hometown, bitch. Get off it, man. You know what I mean, Omar? This is my bedroom, Omar, look. This is my bedroom, Omar. Got my bed here, my chair, my windows. Hold on, let's see if I can see this asshole here. Where are you? Shit. He probably was just doing a mission. I doubt he came here to troll, to be honest. He was probably doing a mission, and they sent him here to document minerals or something. That's what they do in the Nexus. I can, but I have to make like a whole room for that. There's not enough space in here. There's my sign, Omar. My neon sign. Yeah, there's an aquarium you can hit, but it's huge and it doesn't work good. Nah, Omar. Look how big it is. It's stupid. It's not working. Yeah, small aquarium. Look how big this freaking thing is. It's not that small. I could put something on the table, though. Let's see what we can put on the table. Do you have anything worth putting on the table, Omar? Oh, a lantern, maybe. Table lamp. Look at it, it's a table lamp, Omar. That's cool. Alright. Dude, I put a friggin' poster here. Like, why did this that's not showing up here? Come on. That's the way. I could probably put it in the other room. Let's see if I can put it in the other room. I have another room this way, down this long corridor. You know what we have to do? We have to put lights here. Let's put lights. Hold on. Where the fuck is the light, man? Oh, I hate this building menu sometimes. It's just like so, everything's like, oh, okay, lights. There you go. I guess green is our light that we're using for this base. So, you know, putting like a light, let's just say, here. Okay. I kind of like how I did that. That's not bad. So I did this like right before the ledge. Okay, so we're gonna have to kind of match it. Do that right here. Just to make sure. I don't like when things are not symmetrical anymore. Okay. You know, I'm very anti, things have to, I need things to be symmetrical. Alright, so we got that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, don't tell me I gotta wire it. Dude. No. I think it's on, right? Yeah, okay, so we don't have to wire the lights inside, thankfully. Let's see if we could put this aquarium. Oh, we could put a rug down, Omar. Alright, hold on a second. Let's what we got here. Where the frick is aquarium? Oh. Oh, we need living pearl. Get the hell out of here, Omar. We need too much shit here. We need too much shit here. I don't have living pearl at the moment, so there goes. We can put rugs down. Look, Omar. There's a carpet. Red carpet, Omar. Look, Omar, we have carpets. Now, put a couch. All right. Got a couch down here. And on this one we can put that's too you there, Omar? A terrarium? Nah. If it's again, I'm not care. I don't care about. I hate to say it about decorating that much. So, if it's like too annoying to. You know what I mean, Omar? Alright, so let's do that one more here. Just make it look like we got a computer station going on. Look, Omar. Really, chairs require star silk? Like, come on, dude. Fuck that shit. Who is this guy? Get off my planet! I know I have star silk right here. Omar, where are you? You here? You here, Omar? So, Omar, I have like 12 glyphs. I only need like 4 more. Alright. This reminds me of Minecraft, Omar, when I had the whole house going on and I died, remember? That was fun. Like only a matter of time before I die, I know that. What are you gonna do, Omar? That's life. All good things come to an end, Omar. All good things come to an end. You know what? This has to get pushed in more. You gotta get travelers. Alright, that's good. That's good. Pushed in more. Okay. No, you have to have travelers, Omar. You have to, like, what do you call it? You have to warp and find travelers. I found a lot, man. They definitely made it easier to find them, but they're still hard to find. Hold on. Omar, have you ever got better with building, or you still don't like to build? Remember when I first saw you, like, oh, crazy, I don't like to build things, man. I'm not a builder. I don't like to build, dude. Remember when you said that to me? You're like, I don't like to build, because you had, like, no fucking patience. You were like a child with no patience. Remember that? Even your friend Silent would yell at you. Remember that? You're like, crazy, I don't like to build, man. I don't know if you remember those days, Omar. Yeah, why do you hate building an ark though? Why? You said you started to like it again. Like, you changed your mind again? What are we doing? Windows, alright, Windows. Cool. Alright. I don't think I had any Indian, do I? If I sold it or something like an idiot. Keeping it like I should have. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Looks like we're doing good, Omar. We're doing fairly well here. That's why, Omar, I don't think you would like this game. It's all building. This game has no PvP whatsoever. It's not Ark, it's no PvP, there's no dinosaurs. Like, you're not... I mean, this is so, like, not a game for you. This is, like, for old people, Omar. This is not a game for you. This is not a Gen Z game, Omar. You know? Not a Gen Z game. Alright. Yeah, the building is cool. I'd say it's better than Ark. Ark's building was weird, dude. Did they ever fix, like, in Ark, like, building fences and shit? I feel like the fence building in Ark was a nightmare. Like, I like building the fence, but it took forever and it was not fun. Did they fix that? Like, did they make things a little seamless? Because Ark's building was fucking, I don't know, man. Not the best. Actually, Ark had some of the worst building I think I've ever dealt with. The building in Ark was, like, so bad, man. It was, like, everything was just so, like, ugh, man, I think it was cluttery, man. Like, this building in this game is so easy, dude. It's, like, not even that bad. Well, at least they improved it, huh? At least they improved it. I mean, shit. I mean, you know what's so funny? Even though the building was bad, I still like building because building is fun, no matter what. And I thought I built a pretty good farmhouse, you know? I had a nice fence around it. I had a nice little cabin. Oh, you guys were coming over there because it's like, you know, I like to spend time building. I feel like at the end of the day, you know, building is fun because otherwise you're just walking around like naked on a land and there's nothing there. And it's like, you know, I don't know, man. I'm not into, see, Ark never appealed to me the way it structures PvP. I feel like everything's a waste of time in that game. Like, I feel like if you were to, at least if you build something, it's like, okay, you have something to show for what you did. But when you PvP and you run people's bases under the fucking, and everybody has to, like, you know, hide boxes of crates and shit, I just don't like that style of play. I think it's just too battle royale-ish. It's, like, too fast, and then things are locked down by toxic communities and stuff. I just think it's not a good... It's like... Almost like Fortnite is better in a way. I hate to say it, but like I feel like it's extremely toxic and not done well, Ark. A lot of things about Ark I don't like. You know? It almost hits the mark with the survival elements. Well, yeah. I'm sure, but I just don't trust it, man. I wouldn't trust putting time into it. And I'm sure they protect themselves, but... Personally, Omar, I wouldn't. Well, what the hell is this here? Salvaged frigate modules? Oh yeah, no, I know what they are, but let me I only have 3. And everything requires like 4 and up. You know what? I'm going to put this on the freighter because I don't want this here. This is all for the freighter. Yeah, put this here. I'm going to sell that. Don't need it. Technology recharge. Not on my watch, oh my. Wait, oh, I can change the color, right, or something now? Because I have, like, tons of nanites. Let's see how much this costs. What is it, like? I think it's like 5,000 nanites to change a color, which is like ridiculous. I mean, can I at least get a preview? Like, what is all this lock shit? No, fuck this. Yeah, I have no desire to start building things like that yet, so... We can make this freighter warp pretty good, but I just don't have a desire of building this up right now. Let's put the Nexus here. It's just like, dude, I'll be honest, Omar, like, I don't see myself playing this game much longer. I feel like I did what I had to do. You know, I almost beat the story. I'm down to, like, 3 more missions, maybe. I have a base. I survived hardcore. And the gameplay loop is the same. Like, you know, I got a ship I wanted. Like, what am I going to do? Collect more ships and just upgrade my freighter, get Quicksilver? Like, there's really not much more to do at this point. I hate to say it. You know, I kind of exhaust myself in a way, you know, with these games. You know, I can only play so much, and then I just move on. The challenge was surviving in hardcore again, and I did. You know what I mean, Omar? That's it. Like, what else did I do? Cook food, get animals? Like, it's dumb shit. Like, I like stuff that gets things done. I'm not, like, into like, stupid shit. I don't even want to touch Minecraft, Omar. It's a fucking nightmare. I hate to say it. Getting Minecraft running on the computer is a nightmare. With all the mods and the things you have to do. I just don't want to do it. And honestly, like, I have more fun with this game than Minecraft, Omar. I hate to say it. Like, Minecraft just doesn't do it for me anymore. I have to be in a real mood for Minecraft, and a lot of times I'm not in the mood for that. So, I don't know what's next. Maybe Evil Within. I downloaded it, so maybe I'll play it, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what's next. I just really don't have... I'm running out of options, man. I haven't played Age of Empires. I got kind of bored of that. Getting bored of gaming in general, man. You know? Armored Core? I'll buy that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. And NBA 2K24 comes out, which I really didn't want to buy, but I'm probably gonna buy it for the Switch again. Not for PlayStation 5, because I don't want... I like playing it when I lay down, you know? That's a game I play when I lay down. I'm not gonna stream that no more. I still play it as I lay down, though. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of money, though, but I like basketball. I guess that's the word, basketball. Basketball, Omar. I don't even know what I'm getting here. What is this? Nutrient processor, medium refinement, stupid beat making machine. Let's get some actual crafts. Eh. I don't like what Spider-Man stands for anymore. I feel like the woke politics ruined it for me. Hate to say it. Marvel in general, I don't like no more too much. I was never a huge fan of Marvel. Like, I always like Wolverine and stuff, and like Gambit, the X-Men are cool. But as for like the Avengers and stuff, I'm never a huge fan of Marvel. Like, never really cared for Iron Man too much. Thor was always like, eh. Doctor Strange is always like, eh. Spider-Man was okay. I mean, I find him fun, I guess, in the games, but I don't really like Spider-Man as a character too much. I always preferred Batman. Always preferred Superman. More of a DC guy. Not a big fan of The Flash, but his story's okay, though, I guess. But, like, I am not a huge Marvel fan, man. If I had to pick, it'd definitely be DC for the most part. But, especially now that Marvel's extremely... I'll probably get Wolverine because of the blood and violence. It looks kind of cool, actually. That one I'll probably 100% get. Spider-Man, I just don't have an interest, dude. I wish I could like Spider-Man's character. I really do, but I just can't. I can't like Spider-Man's character. I can like Batman and so many other guys, but Spider-Man's hard for me, man. Iron Man's okay. I kind of liked Iron Man as a kid a bit, but I don't know, man. Robert Downey Jr. is like Tony Stark. He talks too much. He's like kind of annoying and shit. I don't know, dude. I'm not a fan of Marvel that much, dude. I don't like people that talk that much. If that makes sense. Like, I don't like that's why I like Batman and Superman. They don't fucking talk that much. Superman talks when he has to. Batman broods and shit, right? Like, I like that. I like that mystery element. I don't like the Tony Stark and Spider-Man cracking jokes, never shutting the fuck up. I can't stand that. It bothers me badly. That's why I don't like the Flash. I don't like people that talk too much. Like, believe it or not, I could tolerate Arrow. Your guy, Green Arrow, I could tolerate him over like Tony Stark and shit. And I know it sounds crazy, but because they don't talk that much. I don't like guys that talk that much. I just keep and they fucking throw their little corny jokes and shit. No, I never did, man. You know that? And everybody always asks me, how do you not like Deadpool? He's funny and he's blah blah blah. I'm like, he's okay. I mean, if any of them that I like that does talk, I mean, he'd be better than Spider-Man, but I'm not a fan of it, man. I'm not a fan of all that chatter, man. Nah, I never liked Deadpool as much as you think. You want to know something? I never saw any of the Deadpool movies. I only saw snippets of them. Like, I saw 5-10 minutes here and there, 20 minutes here and there. I never liked it that much. It's funny, some of the stuff Ryan Reynolds says. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he's funny. He definitely is funny, but it doesn't do it for me, man. To me, a superhero needs to be about action and doing things, not just bullshit talking all the time. Like, some of the cringiest moments in the Spider-Man game was when Spider-Man was, like, talking to that cop girl, and he's like, it's time for Spider Cop, and he's like, and he's doing like some stupid voice. I was like, so cringy for me, dude. I can't even listen to that, man. Like that, I feel like it's like for like an 8-year-old or something. Like, you're gonna make like a 9-year-old giggle with that shit. Me? No way. No way. Like, you're gonna tell me Spider-Man swinging around talking about Spider Cop is funny when compared to Batman, like, threatening somebody, like, where is he? Like, you know, like, it's way cooler to me. Like, that's like, this guy is like, Batman's like a guy you don't fuck with, you know? He's gonna break your bones and shit. Where, like, Spider-Man's swinging around making corny jokes. It's like, I can't, man. I can't. How do you take... Nope. Hated it, because I felt this for little children, man. I can't, I don't like it. You're saving the world. You're saving the world, and you have a stupid cop telling you to shut up, and this, that, and you're saving the world. It's like nobody appreciates what you're doing. I am not a fan of it. Like, you're saving the world, man. Think about if you were saving the world, and somebody's clowning on you every second. I'd be like, listen, shut the... I'd be like, I'm saving the world, bitch. Why don't you come out here and start swinging around and save the world, you piece of shit? See, that's the one thing I think I like about Spider-Man is the villains. I really do. I will give Spider-Man due credit on the villains. Venom is cool. The Spider-Man villain base is the second best villains next to Batman. I will humbly admit that. And if we could play as Venom, that would be pretty cool. I actually may buy the game if we could play as Venom. Like, you know what? Venom was always like a kind of a fan favorite for me. So if he's like very heavily in the new game, I may get it just for that because I do like Venom. But I'll tell you, Omar, it's hard for me to pick Spider-Man over Batman and shit. It really is. It really is. I wish I could tell you that it's not, but it's hard, man. A lot of times I can't pick Spider-Man over Batman just because of who's cooler. And I don't know if Miles Morales is a better Spider-Man. I don't know much about him, but the Peter Parker Spider-Man is corny as shit at times. And it's like, I know he's like the OG, and I always like the OG usually better, but... And Miles Morales just feels like a copy, in my opinion, and all that trans shit circles him, which bothers me too. That's another thing that really pisses me off with Spider-Man, is that they put that trans shit in there. I really get angry. I really don't like that. It almost makes me not want to spend any money on anything Spider-Man. I didn't watch Into the Spider-Verse 1 or 2, because again, I'm not a huge fan of Spider-Man like that. I mean, I like the villains, but I'm not a fan of him. And to be honest, I will never watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Part 2. I'm not giving my money to product without asking questions that supports trans movements and stuff like that. I'm not doing it, especially when kids are involved. If you're going to put a poster on a wall in the bedroom Into the Spider-Verse 2 that says protect trans kids, that's evil. It's actually satanic, and I really think it's an evil, satanic thing to do, especially when you're showing that to children. It's like a little innuendo. It's like putting a pornography picture in a movie for a child, and it's evil. And it's satanic, and I think they're going to go to hell for that. Like, I really kind of think that, actually. Like, and I know it sounds crazy to say that, but it's an evil thing to do. So, for me, them doing that, I can't overlook that. As a human being, I can't overlook that. It's evil. It's fucking evil. So, I'm not overlooking that. You're going to put that on the bedroom wall? I'm not going to say, oh, it's a good movie, crazy, just that's bad. No, it's evil. It's freaking evil. You don't do that. You don't play identity politics to that level when children are involved and then sell the product to children. You don't do that. The Barbie movie's probably not as freaking bad. You don't do that. And to give that a free pass because why? Because it's a superhero that you like? Nah, man. Like, to me, like this is bigger than fiction, bro. You don't do that. That's evil, it's satanic, it's wrong. And and people should feel guilty watching that shit because I won't do it, man. I won't do it. I'm not better than anybody, but I'm not gonna put myself to that level and watch shit like that. Call me red-pilled, but I won't do that shit. And I'm not red-pilled. I'm more black-pilled than anything, but I'm not doing that. I'm not watching shit like that. Fuck that. You want to be an adult in transition? That's fine. That's fine. You want to be an adult and mutilate your body and transition, it makes you feel better. I don't care what you do as an adult. I really don't care. All right, I watched Blair White's commentary. She's a trans, I think she's pretty funny and good. I have nothing against trans people as adults, but if you're going to be pushing that rhetoric on children that are under the age and then putting it in a product to sell to children, it is like selling cigarettes to an 8-year-old. You don't do it. If you think selling cigarettes to an 8-year-old is a good thing to do because Spider-Man is selling you the cigarettes? Oh, Superman's selling you cigarettes. It's okay. I mean, just overlook that part. It's okay, crazy. It's a cool movie, though. Overlook that part. No, I'm not overlooking that. If Superman was selling cigarettes to a kid, just like Spider-Man sells protect trans kids to kids, I'm not overlooking it. Why should I overlook that? Why? Because he's Spider-Man? Because he's Superman? No, I'm not doing that, man. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I am not overlooking something that can cause real harm to real children, to real people of your generation and younger, that is being sold to your generation. It is the same as selling cigarettes to a minor. It is the same. You wouldn't do it, right? We know better, right? But no, when money's involved and pharmaceutical companies are involved, they push a rhetoric that a lot of people are going to have heavy regrets in the next 5-10 years who mutilate themselves. There's going to be suicide, you name it. There's even words I can't say because YouTube will probably throw me off. But there's going to be a lot of people canceling themselves in real life, and if you think that's okay, it's satanic, it's evil, and Spider-Man into the fucking transverse or whatever can go suck my. That's what I say about that. End of story. That's all. It's into Spider-Man into the transverse. I would buy the Spider-Man game if they didn't add that stuff, because the first one at least didn't add stupid things like that, but I'll never see that movie, man. Well, you could do that. I don't care what you do, but the thing is like, first of all, you probably can't do that, but I mean, I know you're just trying to troll right now, but no, you're just trying to troll Omar. He's taking a serious topic and trolling because he's bored. I don't know if this was one of the DCS people that used to watch me play DCS one time or something. That's the fun thing about internet and what's the word? Internet being anonymous on the internet, anonymity, whatever they call it. Right. So when you're anonymous on the internet, you could say whatever you want to derail somebody's rant, because you know that I'm not in front of you to punch you in your fucking face, right? Because that's what I would probably do if you did that in real life. And that's why you probably wouldn't do that, because I'd crack you in the mouth. If you're a kid, no, I wouldn't do that. I'd just crack your parent in the mouth for raising a little shit like you. But, you know, this is why you get anonymous people. You see, Omar? Anonymous, when you're under the protection of a screen, you can't get physically punched in the face. You see how this works? And the reason why I'm being so volatile like that and saying such an extreme thing is because when you have a troll derail your rant with some nonsensical bullcrap, it's like why you even say anything, bro? Like if you were in my vicinity, like you wouldn't do that, right? In real life, you wouldn't do that. Unless like maybe if you do it to your dumb friends or something, but you wouldn't do it to a stranger, right? Because there's a boundary you don't cross in real life. But you think because you're behind a screen that you can say stuff. To derail yeah, right. No, I mean, again, it's either a child or an older retard that thinks he's a tough guy, and that's really what it is. You just come in, you try to derail my rant, whatever my rant is. It doesn't matter if my rant is about this, that, the other thing. You're going to say something to try to derail it because you want to be a troll. You want attention going your way. You want the spotlight on you. It doesn't work like that. In real life, you'd have a fist in your face, but then it's like, oh, well, I wouldn't do that in real life because I'd be scared, because. Right. Of course you wouldn't do it in real life because trouble would come, right? You get assaulted, maybe the cops would come, and then everybody would have a good time, right? You wouldn't do it in real life. But in the internet world, sure, you can join somebody's stream that doesn't have too many viewers and just talk shit, not have anything intelligent to say and respond to a rant because you want the spotlight on you, you want to sound important. Well, I suggest you go do your own stream or say what you have to say to whoever will listen to you. Whether you're a child, then talk to your brothers or your parents or whatever the case is, I'm sure you probably have daddy issues, you're not loved or whatever. That ain't my problem. But if you're an adult and you were in a bar and you interrupted me like that, yeah, you'd get punched in the face. Or it would be pretty beefy. I'd get right in your face, and then you'd probably be like, "Oh, I didn't mean anything by it, bro. I didn't mean anything. Come on, let's act civil over here." Yeah, all of a sudden you'd be a real pussy, right? But this is how you see, Omar. You learn how people are. Internet is not real life. Always remember that. As a kid, when you're 12, you think the internet's real life, right? When you become an adult, the internet is not real life. In real life, you gotta eat, you gotta piss, you gotta shit, you gotta survive. There's a lot of things in real life you gotta do that the internet is just a window that nobody could even look through because nobody knows who the fuck you are. Right? So you can say whatever you want on the internet, especially if I don't know you. If I don't know anything about you, and you come in with a stupid name and you're trying to troll my stream that has like 3 viewers, yeah, I could, what do I care? But if it was real life, I'm just warning this person that if you said this to somebody in real life trying to derail a moral topic because you think you're funny or something, you would probably get some pushback. And the pushback could be even something like assault. And then what would you do? Because you're so catered and protected by your anonymous activity, and maybe your parents never disciplined you. Yeah, see? Told you. Yeah, you checked them out? Let me see. Yeah, no videos. That plane, by the way, is I think in the Top Gun movie or something too. That Tom Cruise crashed. Yeah, I don't even think that's a real plane. That's the plane that Tom Cruise crashed. Trying to reach like Mach 10 or some shit. Yeah, I know it's a troll. That's why I called him out as a troll. Look, I always find it funny how trolls can't. It's almost like when you know that you're not smart and you can't have any type of rational or intelligent discussions, you just say stupid shit, right? Like you have to reply off of what the other person is saying, right? Like you're not smart enough to come up with your own subject matter, right, Omar? So it's kind of like, I'm not smart enough to come up with my own subject, rebuttal, or conversation, or argument, or debate. So I'm just going to take what you say and just going to flip it and bounce because I'm an asshole. It's like the worst form of human behavior. And I get it. Like when I was a little kid, when I was 12, 13, I trolled a bit. I ain't gonna lie, I did. Because I was stupid. I was stupid. Literally, Omar, when I was 12, I wasn't smart. I was a dumb little kid that liked attention. And I would troll sometimes. So, like, that's the only excuse you got, is if you're a dumb little kid that likes attention, I'll let you get away with it. I hope your parents discipline you, but they probably don't. But, yeah, if you're a dumb little kid who wants attention, fine. If you're an adult doing that, nah. You're in a lot of trouble. But that's how a troll is, you know? They don't have a mind to actually have a debate on anything. They're just not smart, unfortunately. It's all about attention. It's about, primal feelings and shit all the time. It's always about, like, it's the now, the moment. What feels good for the moment. I want to be a troll because it's funny to me. It's not funny to anybody else, but when you think something is funny to you, a common misconception with people who have low IQs and they're pretty dumb people, whether you're because you have a small brain because you're a little kid, or you're an adult that just never got smart, let's just say, right? So, at least as a kid, you can grow and your brain will grow, right? You'll get smarter, perhaps. But perhaps, again, depends how you're raised and your education system. But the whole thing is what a smooth brain troll likes to do is they find their own jokes funny because they actually believe that everybody else is laughing when they think something is funny. So when they come in and troll and say a stupid troll line off of something that you're saying, they think it's funny, and they're laughing. Nobody else is laughing. Everybody thinks they're stupid, but they're laughing, and they think they're witty and funny because they're taking what you say and just flipping it ever so slightly. It's something of such little effort. It's like taking a pen and doodling on a napkin. It really doesn't take much skill or brain power whatsoever. But they think they're funny, and they giggle and laugh at their own joke, thinking that, like, they have an audience of 1,000 people laughing with them. But, like, it's like, no, you're not funny. You're making yourself laugh, maybe. But, I mean, like, is that all you got? Like, make other people laugh, dude, you know? If you just make yourself laugh, you're an idiot, you know? And that's what troll behavior is. It's like a cheap thrill that you get for yourself, but it's because you're not quite good at anything, right? You're pretty bad at stuff. You're pretty, what's the word? You're whack. Like, you're whack. Like, you're a kid or a person that probably got bullied your whole life, never got disciplined, and you feel safe behind a computer screen, and you make yourself laugh. Like, think about that. Like, you're the lowest form of human intelligence. I hate to say it, you really are. Like a domesticated dog is probably smarter than you. Like, when a domesticated dog can bring back a ball, like if you throw a ball and Fido brings back the ball, that's actually smarter than this Lockheed SR-71 guy who took that name from Top Gun Maverick. He's a dog. Fido bringing the ball back has more of an intelligent mind than this person, and it is what it is. Just understand, you have lower intelligence than a canine dog. An actual dog that shits on the floor, licks his balls, lifts his leg up and takes a piss at a fire hydrant. Like, you are on that level. Like, how are you gonna be self-sufficient and survive? How are you gonna feed yourself? How are you going to drive an automobile? How are you going to have a job? How are you going to make friends? How are you going to survive if your parents or some caretaker is not involved? You will die. You will not live long. You will be eradicated because you are not even self-sufficient. You're not capable of surviving. So it's like I almost feel bad for people like this That's why I'm not even blocking him, because if he said something else, I would love to hear what he said, because it's actually, to me, it's quite hilarious. It's like he's making me laugh, not with what he's saying, but his actions are actually making me laugh on how pathetic some people could be. But I laugh because I know down the line that this person's going to have a hard time. And it's actually kind of sad, to be honest. Like, I don't want to see anybody in a bad situation, like homeless and whatever, and, you know. But this is the type of people you get, you know? Like, these trolls, a lot of times, ain't gonna, you know, their mindset is, unless they straighten up or grow, they're gonna probably not be in a good position in later life. You know? Like I said, they're usually not self-sufficient, and they need a caretaker of some kind, or you know, they're not capable of driving or dating or eating even, or cooking, or just basic survival. Like, you know, maybe they know how to tie their shoes, but that might be like the limitation right there. And you know, it's kind of sad to me, but at the same time, it's like, you know, what do you expect from the state of the world right now? I'm not gonna go overboard with it, but you know what I mean, Omar? Like, see, like, Omar, like, everything you do in your life is much more than like that guy, right? Think about what you do. You go to football practice, you know, you're always out and about, you built your own computer, you know, and that's impressive for a young guy, right? Like, for your age, Omar, you're like ahead of the curve a bit for your age. You're almost, that's why, like you almost act like an adult for, you know, 6, 17, whatever you are. You almost act like an adult. You're not quite an adult, but you're smart for your age. You know, you're definitely ahead of the curve. Now, then when you look at someone like this, I don't know, like, the sad part is they're probably like your age, if not older. That would be really sad. I would hope that they were younger, in a sense, because then at least they have a chance that their brain could grow and become more wrinkly. The synapses could connect more. Nice, Omar. See, Omar, that's why I like talking to you, because I don't look at you like young, you know? I look at you like you're like a young adult. But when I look at people like this, that's just like, what's the point, you know? What's the point of saying stupid shit? Like, if you're going to say that, then stay and explain why. Now, if you had let's just say he debated his point of view. He, she, they, baby boy, baby girl, whatever the hell he calls himself. But if he debated his point of view, I'd be like, all right. At least he's debating. He's trying to back up what he's saying, whether it's stupid or not. But the thing is that they're so afraid to do that. They don't even want to debate what they say, because they know that they're saying something very stupid. So they know they can't articulate a good debate on their statement. So they basically like do what they call a hit and run, because it's like, oh, I'm just going to say this and bounce, because I can't even debate what I'm saying. It's just so stupid. Like, he either knows it's so stupid, or he's not thinking at all, right? There's no thought going through his mind at all. So it's like, it's something along those lines, and it's just, again, to try to get attention. But like, what I look at it is like, why are you going in my stream and doing this when I have like 2 people in here? Like, again, this isn't my main channel. My main channel has, what, 17,000 subscribers? Yeah. So my main channel, I keep very far away from this chill channel. Now, at the same time, why are you going in my chill stream and talking shit, you know? Hello, Throttle Jockey. I hope you're not the dude that was just in here. I don't think you are. I think Throttle Jockey, I think, has his own channel. But, yeah, so that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna get some food in a little bit. So we're like 72 hours in this permadeath save. I'm getting very bored here, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, 3,000 quicksilver, I'll get like a cape or something. We got a good S-class ship. We have decent modules. I almost gonna have to play another game, man. I mean, like, honestly, like, I'm almost done with the story, too. Like, look at, I got the story as, what am I down to, like, 3 more missions or something? For the main story, let me see here. Let me go to log. Yeah, the first travel. So I gotta learn the glyph sequence. I already put Artemis in the Mind Arc. And honestly, then we can choose a system, right? Because I did this before on a regular. So we could do it. We could choose like what is it? Alicia, the Paradise system I usually choose. But like we're almost done with the story. The Atlas path is so easy and dumb too. And then it's like basically like get maybe an interceptor. But there's like not much more to do at this point. I feel like I'm kind of like exhausting what to do. Getting all the glyphs. Let me see how many glyphs I got in Permadeath here. Let me see. I mean, in other saves I have, yeah, but in this save, no. I've been through many different galaxies. I mean, I've... Oh. I just need 5 more glyphs. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like one of the updates that they added, like a Leviathan is a lot to do after the story. Yeah, but the thing is, dude, I play a lot of games, man. Honestly, like I'm. There's not much variation in this game that kind of holds me. I hate to say it. Like if the planets had more variation and things really felt, if there was a faction system, maybe a little bit more depth to this game, I would play it longer. I like what this game's about. I think the potential and idea of this game is great, but there's a lot of stuff in this game that just feels recycled and rinsed and repeated, and I've done quite a bit. Right. I see. I don't find entertainment in that, though. No offense. Like, I don't find entertainment in that. Like, the pets in this game, I don't really think are... I don't think the AI in the pets in this game is too good, in my opinion. It's okay. It's not great. I've seen a lot of games that do it better. Even, like, Ark, for example, does it a lot better than this game. So, I don't have... You can fly them around the atmosphere. Yeah, you can't really fly animals in space unless you have some mod that lets you do that. To me, it's like, no, you can't fly them in space. But the thing is I'm not a fan of riding animals. Like, I've been playing this game since launch, okay? I had, at the end of Atlas Rises, before Beyond, I had 1,800 hours in this game, okay? S-class freighter. I had the highest warp speed you can get on console, unmodded, okay? I had farms all over the place. I was making tons of money. This is before people were carpet duping, okay? I literally did everything you can do in this game at one point. And then they start coming up with these... what do they call it, expeditions and things like that. And there are things I missed. Like, I don't have certain expedition rewards and things. And the whole thing is... Yeah, but Omar, in Ark, you can't travel to different galaxies in Ark. Ark is fun in its own way. I like the survival elements of Ark. I really do. I mean, to me, it's like, how I look at this is like, this game has crazy potential. It really does. But it's not met to its potential. Like, it needs to get, like, to me, a better faction system, being able to kill NPCs. Like, we have all the animations. Like, if you create your character like a Gek and you die, you will croak as a gek. Like, you know, we have all the animations. Every race has a death animation. Like, we have it, but they don't let you kill NPCs other than Sentinels, and that's kind of lame. I can't deal with that after a while. It's like, all right, cool, they have these purple planets now, these corrupted Sentinel planets, but they're kind of lame. They have cloaking Sentinels now, and that's cool, but I need more than that. Here's another one, like buildings. Why can't we blow up buildings? Why can't we put dents and blow up buildings? It's like, come on, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a lot of stuff in this game that doesn't feel good. Why don't we have multi-biome planets yet? Why don't planets spin on their axis yet? Why don't we have any type of orbiting yet? Why is everything what they call a skybox when games like Elite Dangerous have real full-scale galaxies? Why so many things have not so much potential that this game has not reached, unfortunately. And I like this game for what it is. It's Minecraft in space, and I enjoy it. But it's extremely limited. And there's a lot of stuff in this game that just doesn't, after a while, feels the same. Everything feels the same. Like, for example, your multi-tools all feel the same. You can have multiple multi-tools, and you can whatever. They're all the same. They have all these weapons in this game. What does it matter? There's no PvP, and honestly, all you need is a scatter blaster to do everything. You know, so I'm gonna shit on this game at times. It's not perfect, this game, and you know, and again, I love the potential. I love the idea of this game. I like the crafting system. I like a lot of things in this game. I like that you have a permadeath mode. I like the ships are cool. All that stuff is cool, but instead of the update just slapping paint on it, and honestly, like, you know, like, I hate to say it, but like diving off of a freighter into space is not what I call fun. It's a novelty. It's like, okay, it's cool for a moment. It's not something I'm going to look to do. Taming dragons to fly around in an atmosphere when I got a ship that's way better is not something I look to do. It's a novelty. Cooking food in this game and milking animals is not something I want to do. It's a novelty. It's lipstick on a pig. End of story. Now, doing missions and strengthening a faction system that actually works, like Kenshi has, or that Banner game. I forgot the name of it for computer. But, like, if you have a proper faction system, now I have something to look forward to. You know, making space larger scale, making planets rotate, making multi-biome planets, making, you know, like, they add everything half-assed sometimes, you know, like the volcano eruptions. Or they don't erupt lava, they spit rocks, and the rocks set up fires, but the volcanoes don't feel like real volcanoes. Like, when I played Ark, a volcano felt like a real volcano. Like, that was a real volcano. In this game, the volcanoes don't feel real, you know? There's a lot of things in this game that doesn't feel right. The animals don't feel right. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about, Shadow Realms. Is he talking about, like, certain systems, corrupted systems? I think he means Sentinel corrupted systems, but... which I was just in one. But, again, and I'm not saying this game... Look, like, Omar, like another example. Exocrafts, okay? What the hell is the point of exocrafts? I find them to be more of a hassle than anything. All I'm doing in an exocraft is filling up the fuel. Constantly filling up the fuel gauges. And after a while, it's like I could jetpack, I could do my gun jetpack and just jump around the planet almost the same speed as an exocraft, or fly with my ship. Why do I need to have an exocraft and constantly fill it up with fuel? And, like, what's the point of that? Like even like summoning the exocraft everywhere. Unless you're playing on creative mode or something where you don't have to use resources, I feel like it's more of a hassle than it is a benefit. And that is the problem with the gameplay loop in this game. Everything is a hassle more than a benefit. And the rewards in this game are not good enough unless they're expedition rewards or Quicksilver rewards. Those are okay, but your reward for, like, your gameplay loop is not existent. It almost doesn't exist in this game. So, to me, I put so many hours in this game in the past thinking that this game was going to be something it never really truly reached. And I still play it at times because I feel that there's a potential in this game. I really do. I feel that I like how they revamped space combat. You know, I mean, I do like that they added shields and all sorts of things like that. I like a lot of things that they do, but it just doesn't feel good enough, unfortunately. It feels like they're just keeping this game alive by a thread. And I feel like even games like Starfield, Omar, when Starfield comes out, Starfield's going to be so much better than this game on every level. It's not even funny. Now, the only thing that gets me nervous with Starfield is I think it's going to be a little bit buggy in the beginning. But Starfield's going to make this game look like a joke. Let's be honest. So... And again, I'm not shitting on this game. I think it's a good game. I like it. It's fun. The building is cool. The base building is cool. But everything just feels like it's not important, man, you know? Like, there's like, what's the goals? It's like, again, you gotta set your own goal. Like Kenshi, right, Omar? You set your own goal for Kenshi. But at least with Kenshi, the goals feel like hard-earned, you know? Like, it's kind of like, okay, like, you know, there's real faction systems in Kenshi. Kenshi does a lot of things that this game does on a single planet way better. So Exocraft is like a car. It's a planet vehicle. Exopolitics would be planetary politics. So an Exocraft is like a planetary vehicle that you can summon to different planets. Like, again, it's the car, it's the rover, Omar. That's all it is. And or a mech, or the Nomad, or the stupid submarine with the 2 or 3 life forms you're going to find in the entire planet's ocean. Imagine that. Imagine an ocean with only 3 life forms. What? Omar, our oceans in real life have so much life that it blows away our life on land on this planet. The oceans in this game, you're lucky you got 3 fish swimming around. Seriously. There's just... I don't get it. I don't understand why... I mean, I understand they try, and for what this game does, it's not terrible. But it's... I can't... I don't know, man. They do. They don't look bad. But what's the point, Omar? You're not going to PvP with it. Why do you need to build it? To fight Sentinels? That you can kill with a scatter blaster? Like, you could kill all the Sentinels with a scatter blaster. Like, you really don't need weapons in this game. Everything is just so easy and so just fucking horrible. So it's like, what's the point of having an Exocraft if, like, you don't need it? Again, it's busy work that you don't need. And you just have to refuel it constantly. A lot of stuff in this game, Omar, is just stuff you don't need. I really feel, like, even Minecraft has better purpose. I hate to say it. Minecraft's armor, like, enchanting and armor system actually is important. Why is Minecraft's enchantment system important? Because if you're going to go into the Nether and you're going to go into the, you know, and try to kill the Ender Dragon and stuff like that, it's actually important. That stuff is important. Having good enchantments in Minecraft makes sense. In this game, it doesn't. Having technologies after a while doesn't. This is why I'm playing 70-something hours here on Permadeath and I can't even die. I can't die no more. I can barely die. Unless I really look to end myself, I cannot die right now. This ship that I'm flying in right now is not going to die. Even from an entire Sentinel invasion, especially if I have these shield recharges here. So if I have 160 shield recharges with all these S-Class modules on an S-Class exotic, I'm not dying. End of story. Even on Permadeath. Hardest difficulties, I'm not dying. So if there's no challenge in dying, nothing's difficult after a while. And, like I said, the coolest part about this game, I hate to say it, is the first planet. I know it sounds like I'm shitting on the game, because I liked it. I like the idea of the game. This game has one of the best ideas of a game, but a lot of stuff in this game just doesn't work, man. As a gamer, as a full gamer. So this is why I don't... I'm not looking to spend, 2,000 hours on this again. To fly a dragon, or to, hatch eggs or something. I can't do something like that, man. I just can't. I'd rather play Elite Dangerous and spend 2,000 hours. At least I'll build a Viper or some ship that will be able to, be a rewarding combat experience at least. That grind is awful in that game, so I'm not going to use that as a good comparison, but Elite Dangerous is some of the worst grind I've ever dealt with in life. But, so again, the gameplay loop of this game is not good. I'll be honest. It's a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 3 or 4. The potential is a 10. The idea is a 10. Gameplay loop's a 4. As a game, things that make sense, 6 out of 10, because it's kind of like a lot of things don't make sense. Like there's just weapons that you're never going to use. There's just a lot of stuff you're never going to... You know what I mean? It's just a lot of things that, after a while, exploration becomes boring because everything looks the same. Like, I hate to say it, but if you've been to 5 planets, you've been to the whole galaxy in this game. So there's a lot of stuff like that doesn't win me over, unfortunately. But then you can say, well, crazy, Driflin, why are you playing it so much? One reason is Permadeath. Permadeath is the only reason I'm playing this game, because it's like, okay, at least I feel like if I die, I lose my save, and it gives me a little rush, right? That's one reason I'm playing this game. Because there's no PvP in this game, right? There's nobody PvPs. There just isn't any good PvP. It just doesn't work. So, what am I playing this game for? Okay, to see if I can survive Permadeath, that's one thing. To build a base, because base building's kind of cool. And collect ships, beat the story, that's it. Once I'm done with the story, that's it. I'm not going to be fucking doing stupid things like hatching eggs and shit, because it's just what the hell is the point of that? Why am I going to ride on an animal when I got exocrafts, which I'm not even going to use them, and I got a ship? You see what I'm saying? What's the point? Oh, it looks cool. To who, though? Just me? What did they say, Omar? They complain about the gameplay loop, correct? Because I know the gameplay loop is the biggest problem in this game. They have to do something with the gameplay loop. The crowd has been crying for a better gameplay loop for the longest time in this game. This is why I keep saying having a faction system would be very good. A working faction system. Okay? A real faction system needs to be made to keep this game alive, okay? Being able to have fights with NPCs, seeing other NPCs fight other NPCs. Every NPC in this game is like a cardboard cutout. That's the problem. Okay? If you look up No Man's Sky gameplay loop problem, it is a huge problem, man. And this is why people just leave this game and then come back after 5 updates to see what they added, because that's what happens. It happened to me. I haven't played this game in a year and a half. I came back, put 72 hours into a Permadeath save, kind of feel like I exhausted the shit out of things, and now it's I don't really want to play no more. It's I don't know what to do. I can't die. Even corrupted sentinels ain't killing me at this point with my scatter blaster. I don't need blaze javelins and all this other crap. I just don't need it. So what's the point of building it? Pulse energy and again the Poisitron injectors and stuff on your ship. There's no point. 2 weapons you only need on your spaceship. 2 weapons. Rockets and photon cannons. That's it. Why am I going to build a phase beam or something I got to charge up all the time? Why? I don't have to charge photon beams. I don't have to charge rockets. And with a bunch of S-class modules, they do all the job you need. Let me see what this video says, Omar. You're playing why you're not having fun in No Man's Sky? Let's see this. again, it's not that I'm not having fun. I'm having fun in my own way. I don't want you to think I'm not having fun at all. I'm having fun in my own way, but it's like, it's kind of exhausting. It's getting exhausting. That's all I want to say. Yeah, that's all. I'm not going to knock this game 100%. I do like a lot of what this game is. I've always kind of returned to this game in some sense, right? So I'm not going to just completely be like, oh, it's a shitty game. No, it's a good game.
All right, baby, let's go get over, baby. Look.
What am I watching?
You never have to.
What'd you send me here?
You can enjoy this game however you choose. I am not the authority on this. This is just my opinion. Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about why you're not enjoying No Man's Sky and possibly give you some ways to further enjoy this beautiful world.
He's got a pretty good ship there.
So the main reason I see people not enjoying No Man's Sky is because they treat the game kind of like a venture capitalist, where the goal is to get as much money as possible, get a nice ship, a nice freighter, and then dip. And while you're entitled to play the game like this, or however you want, this is probably only going to last you for around 12 hours, and then you might never want to touch the game again, at least until the next update. And listen, I'm not gonna say that money isn't important and that you shouldn't buy ships or buy a freighter, but the method you go about it needs to be more organic. This is not an optimization contest. Slow down. I found the best way to enjoy No Man's Sky is to behave like you are your traveler and that you will allow yourself to be curious about the creatures and the planets you find. It's super easy to be like, oh, it doesn't matter, there's no units over there. But you're not trying to be on Forbes magazine. You're trying to enjoy yourself. The goal of No Man's Sky is to live in this universe and enjoy it as a traveler.
That's what I've been doing. I make my own base
of your character. Again, I'm not gonna say don't try to earn money, but for real, and this might sound cliche, stop and smell the roses. Put some effort into your base and designing your freighter.
That's what
they
I do.
Don't have to be factories of productivity. They can just be homes or places you like to be in and walk around.
And this is one of the reasons why I play Permadeath, is because I feel like it's like I'm putting my real life into it in a sense, where if I have to be careful what I do, right? So again, I'm doing everything this guy does, and I even take it a step further by playing Permadeath. Like, I'm doing what this guy's, and even doing all this, it's still the same gameplay loop.
And look, I get not everyone has a ton of time to pour into this game, but there isn't a race. This game isn't going to leave you. It's going to be here day in and day out. Look around. Find a really cool planet. Find a really cool spot to build a base and build a base there. Don't just build these farms for activated indium. Build a home, a base, something that you appreciate.
That's what I do, and I don't worry about money.
Understaffed.
I don't worry about money in this game because I could just go to a pirate. Look, it's so easy to make money in this game. You don't have to dupe. You don't have to do anything. All you could do, you just go to a pirate system. You just rob some freighters. You make like 50 million a run. It's so crazy easy to make money. You can max out money in this game, like the guy said, in like 6 hours. He said 12 hours. I think you could do it in 6 hours. You can max out the 4 whatever billion or whatever the hell they give you. But money is not the problem in this game. It's the gameplay loop. I'm gonna keep saying that. Let's hear what he says.
I.e. just explore. In the new update, there's a new Wonders tab in your discoveries that keeps track of the coolest things that you've seen. One of my favorites is the oldest artifact and the smallest planet. I love looking for little moons.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Number 5, talk to the shady person in the space station and spend the 5 million units to go to the spooky freighter mission. This is actually the only way to get freighter hyperdrive upgrades. Number 6, find a settlement and build a base to it. It's like you have your own little town and you have a castle. Little feudal, but it's still fun. Number 7, gather an insane frigate fleet, just for fun. This doesn't
I've
have
done
a
that.
purpose.
I've done that in my other Permadeath save. I maxed out my freighters, all S-class, okay? Imagine that. I actually leveled them up to S-class on Permadeath the last time around. This is going back a year and a half ago, okay? I've done that already. I did the frigate thing, man. I had maxed out frigates. I mean, I was sending them on missions every day. I feel like I did everything.
Cool to call in your freighter and see like 30 frigates just spawn in off hyperdrive. It's a cool feeling to have, and it's a cool thing to witness. Number 8, build an underwater base on an ocean planet. I still haven't done this.
I did that.
I'm not good at getting the new update. There's a new.
Oh, he's saying build an underwater base. Omar, did you not see me do that like a year or two ago? Right? Remember I had the big underwater base? I did that too.
Wonders tab in your discoveries that keeps track of the coolest things that you've seen. One of my favorites is the oldest artifact and the smallest planet. I love looking for little moons. Number 5, talk to the shady person in the space station and spend the 5 million units to go to the spooky freighter mission.
I haven't done that yet. I haven't really did derelict freighters yet.
Upgrades. Number 6, find a settlement and build a base to it. It's like you have your own little town and you have a castle. Little feudal, but it's still fun. Number 7, gather an insane frigate fleet, just for fun. This doesn't have a real purpose, but it's pretty cool to call in your freighter and see like 30 frigates just spawn in off hyperdrive. It's a cool feeling to have, and it's a cool thing to witness. Number 8, build an underwater base on an ocean planet. I still haven't done this. I'm just not good at getting myself to do it, but it's something that I want to do, and it's something that can be a lot of fun.
I did it before.
By the way,
it's all right.
if you're looking for an ocean planet,
it looks cool,
if you go into your Wonders page and look, there should be a tab for the deepest ocean, and this will take you to the planet that has the deepest ocean you have found so far. Number 9.
That Wonder tab thing is kind of interesting, actually.
And do the DNA sequencing to make it even cooler. You can show them off at the anomaly and see what other people have as well. This is kind of a bonus tip, but if you scan creatures and then look at their bios, you can find some pretty cool stuff about them. Like this creature right here has an internal body temperature of 135 degrees. If you were to cut this, its blood might actually burn you. As I said, this game is about exploring and living in the universe. It's not satisfactory. Again, if you want to play it like that, then by all means, do it. But if you're doing that and you're not having fun, I strongly urge that you play the game as if you're just playing space D&D and you're role-playing the character that you have created and just enjoying the universe you're in. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out the video.
I get what he's saying. I'm not going to argue that. I mean, I do feel like you have to play like that in a way. Like, if you see what I do in this game, I kind of do play like that. I take my time, I play Permadeath, and the reason I play Permadeath is because I want to make sure that I'm careful with what I do, and I don't rush things, because I'll die, and if I die, it's a big deal. With Permadeath, I did the frigate thing before, I'll probably do it again. If I keep playing, but it's a lot of time, you could pour a year into this game, doing all these little things, and it's like, I don't know, man, it's like, again, what is the Shadow Realm? Yeah, I don't know what that is now. Now I'm kind of, look it up, Omar. What is that? What is he talking about? Is it a corrupted Sentinel system? What is it? Because that must have been something added with an update. Look, I'm not going to shit on this game too much. Like I said, there is stuff you can do, and that's fun. But I did a good 80% of it. I'm missing like maybe 20% of like the new updates, but that's about it. He's right, though. You have to kind of role play. It's like Kenshi, right? When you play Kenshi, people will be like, "Well, what do I do in Kenshi anymore?" Once I get a character that's 100 and everything, and I'm killing towns. What do I do? It's like Kenshi's the same type of game. You have to like kind of choose what to do. You have to like roll. You have to role play. These are like heavy role play games, Omar. Like if you don't role play, there's no like real story / quest system in these games, right? You have to like heavy role play. If that makes sense. I mean, you know, it is what it is, Omar. Like, I get it. I understand the allure. I just really wish they would add a faction system. That, to me, a good faction system would help this game so much, man. Let buildings be destroyable, even if, like, it's hard to do, attempt to do it. You know what I mean? I love destroy. I would love if you could just destroy buildings. That'd be so cool, man. You know, like, there'd be, like, so many cool things that they can add that, like, would make this universe so much better. Like, multi-biome planets. Why can't we have a planet, a paradise planet, let's say it has, like, a snowy polar cap, right? Like a cold biome in the north, but then as we get to the middle, maybe it's a paradise, maybe there's a desert area on one part of the planet. Why can't we have a planet with multi-biomes? Why does everything got to be a single biome? And there's only like 4 or 5 biomes, right? And you have like these stupid like glass and metal ones, but they have like one life form on it. They're just so dumb, those planets. You know, I don't like the hexagonal planets or the glass or whatever, these stupid planets, because they don't have any. They're not imagined. They don't have good imagination to them, like these bubble planets and shit. I don't like them. But as for regular biomes, okay, I don't mean the unique biomes, but regular biome planets would be so cool if you had multiple biomes on a planet, just like planet Earth has. You look at planet Earth, how many biomes? Not every planet should be... You can make the base almost unlimited, Omar, in size. You can make it quite big. I don't know if there's like an actual cap. It used to be, I remember, like 9,000. They used to have a cap of like how many things you can put down. It was like 9,000, but they might have changed it to be unlimited now. So you can make almost like towns and settlements. But like, again, for what reason other than role-playing? Okay, here's an example. If you make a base in Ark, right? You can say, well, crazy, what reason would you make a base in Ark? But there's always like, well, you can have a giga spawn next to that base and smash its way through it. You may have to put turrets up. You may have to protect that base because that base can be broken and destroyed, right? In No Man's Sky, nothing can hurt your base. Pirate vectors cannot damage your base. Why? If I have a pirate vector and I'm around, and if a pirate vector damage, at least in like Kenshi, for example, Omar, right? When factions raid your base in Kenshi, they can break your walls down, right? They can damage your base. In this game, your base can't get damaged, ever. It's like, that's my problem with this game, is things like that. Like, nothing can damage your base. Animals won't damage your base. A pirate vector won't damage your base. So, it's like, so, like, oh, man, come on, man. Let the bases blow up. Let the freighters blow up. Like, you can't blow up freighters. I thought with the Interceptor update, it looked like you could blow up a freighter. No, you can't blow up freighters. You just fucking can't. Like, it's like, why can't I blow up a freighter? Why? Well, you could steal its cargo and blow up the car. Yeah, I want to blow up the freighters. Period. I want to blow up the entire freighter. I want to blow up bases. I want to be able to kill NPCs. I want to be able to do everything. I want freedom. I want to attack a space station and blow up a space station if I could. Even if you got to respawn it in 24 hours or whatever the case is, right? I'm not saying you permanently destroy these things, but I want to be able to do everything. Don't make me allowed to do a couple of things, but you see what I'm saying, what this game does? Do you understand why they say this game is as wide as an ocean, but as deep as a puddle? That's No Man's Sky. It's as wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle. And again, the guy in that video made a lot of sense. You have to role play in this game. You almost have to, like, as if you're playing HeroClix or Dungeons and Dragons or some type of role-playing game. And you have to, like, pretend you're the traveler, because that's the only way you're going to really have fun after a while. Because you're going to literally exhaust everything. You're going to get bored as shit. Because there's so many limitations in this game. You get limited every which way. Okay? Like, why does every space station look the same on the inside? Like, that was something that people complain so much about. They say, come on, guys, procedurally generate the space stations already, man. You have like 3 different kinds of space stations, right? You got the pirate space stations, you got the old derelict, the space stations from the old Atlas Rises time, where like basically they're, I don't know, like they're when there's no habitable race there. I guess you call them like haunted space stations or something. So you got the haunted space stations, you got the regular space stations, which are these ones, and then you got the pirate space stations. That's it. 3 different type of space stations. Now, on the outside, there's a lot more different procedural designs, right? So there's like triangles and hexagons, all different type of spheres and stuff like that. But the inside of every space station looks 100% identical to those 3 specific space stations. That, to me, is lazy. That is bad, okay? People at Hello Games, they've been telling Sean Murray and the people at Hello Games, procedurally generate the space stations already. Enough is enough. Why do you all look the fucking same? Come on, man, like this is the type of shit that pisses me off in this game. Like, this game, like I said, it does a lot of things right, but the things it does wrong is really, like, off-putting. Does that make sense, or am I just bitching? Like, isn't it kind of annoying that, like, why can't I get a space station where it doesn't have this stupid blue look? It's like, okay, these blue tiles are in every space station, right? And sometimes they have a little bit different coloring depending on the nebulas out there. If it's like a green or whatever, they'll have a lighting to it, right? But for the most part, it's the same thing. It's blue. It's got the same positionings. You got the one trade terminal over here, then you got the other trade terminal over there. You got the same little storefronts. I mean, can you not procedurally generate the inside of these space stations a little bit? Come on, man. They finally removed the chair over here, right? I remember there was a chair, I think it was over here, that if you sat in that chair, you would get stuck. Look, I think they put this plant here instead. So one of these things was a chair, and I remember sitting on it, and you'd be stuck behind this thing. And you know how long that was in the game for? That was in the game for almost like 3 years, since Beyond. They finally removed that. Like, things like that, man. Come on, man. Finally, thank God they removed that. They must have realized, like, oh yeah, we should probably remove that. People are, you know, getting locked in the game if they sit down. But why am I bringing that up? Because it shows you there's a lot of laziness in this game, okay? When it comes to the updates. What they feel, and I think even Sean Murray said this himself, he likes to slap on new content rather than improve upon old content because he wants to allure. No, you can just shut the game off. It doesn't kill you, but it locks you there, right? But anyway, Sean Murray said that he wanted to add content because content can bring new players and stuff like that and fix old stuff. But what I really feel like he needs to do is fix a lot of the old stuff. And again, and like if you're going to add new content, add what the people want, even if it's difficult, okay? It's difficult to add a faction system, absolutely. A working faction system where other races recognize other races is a difficult thing to do. To see other ships fighting each other besides just pirates and stuff would be an interesting thing. To have a real working faction system. But that's very hard to do. What's easy to do is add a new ship. Add cosmetics. That's easy. Anybody could do that. Anybody could add cosmetics. Modding communities for every single game on the computer can add cosmetics, okay? You understand what I'm saying? A modding community can add cosmetics. I'm not looking for that. We have so many ships now. It doesn't matter. Add a system in the game that you use with your developing tools and add something that works. Breakable buildings. Factions. Workable factions, breakable buildings, killable NPCs, a base that can be threatened by pirate vectors, not just a pirate vector that shoots at. Do you know how stupid the pirate vectors are in this game? They shoot at buildings, but it does no damage. Imagine making pirates raid a base with no damage. Literally, the pirate vector just swirls in a circle, shoots the building. No damage. No, it only damages you or your ship. But if you're in your ship, but it doesn't damage the base at all. No. So the incoming pirate vector, and it flies around, but nothing gets damaged. Just little fires go on top of things, but nothing gets damaged. How is that good? In Kenshi, or any game where you have a raid, Ark, Rust, any of these games where there's raids, the property can get damaged. Why is there no damage in the property in this game? And you know what I say? One word. Lazy. Lipstick on a pig. The core gameplay loop in this game is swine, it's pig, and you're putting lipstick on it thinking that you're making it better, but you're not really doing much. So okay, it's kind of cool if I'm running around the ground and a pirate vector comes and shoots at me and I'm on permadeath. Yeah, it's scary, I need to go on my ship and kill them. But when I'm in a starport and you have pirates come around shooting at it and nothing's happening, and I see the lasers raining down on the starport, it looks cool. Again, everything looks cool. But what's happening? Nothing. Because I can sit down on a chair, go AFK, take a shit, cook a Thanksgiving dinner, come back, and those pirates will still be swirling in a circle, shooting lasers at a building that's never getting damaged. And I'll be safe as sound sitting on that chair while I eat my Thanksgiving dinner. Does that make sense? Dude, these are complaints that like a lot of people have with this game. So this is like why when I play this game I feel so empty at times, because it's like I feel like no game really does this. It's like they half-ass add shit, right? Like they add up, they think a pirate vector is kind of cool because people bitched about, well, how come there's no atmospheric battles, right? If you go back to No Man's Sky Beyond, like I think in the beginning of Beyond, or if it may be before Beyond, there was no atmospheric battles whatsoever, right? Only ships would fight you in space. So people would be like, oh, that's so stupid. How come there's no atmospheric battles? So then they add atmospheric battles. But atmospheric battles are just kind of like shitty, right? So it's like there's like nothing different, right? So it's like people like, okay, well, pirate vectors will be cool, but then it's like, but again, when you don't have buildings that are damaged, you can't damage any type of structure in this game. It's like, add it, Look, I know it's a hard thing to do. It is hard. But it's not that they can't do it. Even if the buildings respawn, at least add destruction. There's something fun about blowing up buildings, man. The fact that there's none of that in this game is horrible. That's why when Interceptor and I saw you could blow up, it looked like in the trailer that you could blow up a freighter, which was a fucking lie, by the way, because you can't. I think only a certain kind of Sentinel freighter you could blow up, but you can't blow up any freighter. I was interested in playing this game again, because I said, oh, I could blow up freighters now. Wow, that's kind of cool. Nope, you can't blow up freighters, only a particular Sentinel freighter, that's it. It's like, why? Why are there no destruction physics on anything? Again, does that make sense or not? Do you see why I'm pissed off? Do you see why I get angry with this game? Because it's like I see so much potential. Pirate vectors are a cool idea if there was more consequence. Freighters are a cool idea if you could do more with them. What are freighters in this game? They're copy and paste base systems that don't move. You know freighters don't move in this game, Omar. There are freighters that fly around like on planets, like atmospheres and stuff, but you can't do anything with them. They're not interactive. They're basically a copy and paste movement. But you can't land on them. You can't do anything with the moving freighters because they're a different asset, right? So then you say, well, what about the freighters that you summon in? They don't move at all. What about the freighters that the computer summons in space? The space freighters, right? Not the ones on the atmosphere. It's like, well, they don't move either. Okay, so you can't pilot a freighter, you're telling me? Nope, you can't. It's a copy and paste object. Okay. What about the freighters that fly in the atmosphere? They're not really freighters. They just hold ships and then storage, and you can jump with them. But you can jump. I could jump 2,000 light years with my ship here. So why do I need to again? Why ride an animal if you got an exocraft? Why upgrade your freighter hyperdrive if you can jump around with a ship? Why upgrade your freighter hyperdrive if you could use glyphs and portal around the galaxy? Why? See, that's the problem with this game. A lot of the end goals you can do 10 other ways. How cool would it be if I can actually pilot my freighter? I can't do that. Oh, you can make a bigger base on your freighter. Why do I even want to make a base on my freighter if I could just make a base on a planet? Again, why? Why are you adding content on top of content, but you don't make the original content better? Make the base on the planet better. Make it destruction and cool stuff. Oh no, we're just going to add this and add that. You see what I'm saying? You see? I always look at it this way. The more people know about No Man's Sky's limitations and what this game really is, when you hear the saying, if you Google No Man's Sky, wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle, you're going to get a lot of people talking about that. That was a phrase that this game always stuck to. That kinda is true. So it's very hard for me because I learned so much in this game, right? I know some people complain about the crafting system. I actually like it. I think the crafting system in this game is pretty good. I think the base building is pretty good. I think there are some things in this game that are very good. And then there are some things in this game that are awful. The combat in this game, no matter what they do, ground combat is just not good. Just doesn't feel good, no matter what they do. It's like the worst first-person shooter ground combat I've ever seen. The ship combat is okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. The ground combat is just awful. How can they make ground combat better? Again, killing NPCs would be a cool thing to do. Go into a little village area and eliminate a bunch of Geks would be pretty cool. Having the Geks get really mad at you and attack you on sight, maybe ban you from some of their space stations, would be kind of cool. That would be a faction system, like Kenshi does. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Let our actions be more... Let us have more consequence for our actions. I feel like there's no consequence of your actions in this game, where other games give you consequence. This is why I hate to say it, Kenshi is a better game than this game in so many ways, and it was developed by such a smaller team. And people say, well, why are you comparing Kenshi to a space game? Because both of those games, they throw you in this universe or this world where you basically like, okay, what do I do? Right? Kenshi's like that too. What do I do? And Kenshi, you kind of pick your own adventure. And oh my, like, look how much fun I had with Kenshi. Okay, maybe I didn't put as many hours into it because the grind isn't as bad. But when I enjoyed Kenshi, I really enjoyed it. I was having so much fun with that. this game is just like, it's like a chill experience, this game, and I'm not going to take that away, but it's not the same level of fun. It's kind of like, just more of like a chill thing. Does that make sense? So that's like the downside with a game like this versus Kenshi, is Kenshi has a lot more depth going on when this game doesn't. Again, if you Google No Man's Sky, wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle, you're going to get a lot of replies, because as cool as this game is, they can slap content all over this game. They can add this, add new ships, add this, add capes, add derelict freighters, whatever. What is a derelict freighter going to do for ground combat when the ground combat is bad? Because that's what you do, right? You go in the haunted freighter, but the ground combat, it doesn't work too good, right? The ground, you can't crouch, you can't go, you can't go like behind a wall or do some interesting ground tactics. No, the ground combat is just you running around with a multi-tool, a scatter blaster or a blaze javelin or some pulse spitter, and you're just basically like, there's like no recoil. It's just like, imagine no recoil still. It's just like, like there's hardly any recoil. It's like some of the worst ground combat I've ever seen in a game. Like if this game was only ground combat, this game would fail miserably. Right? So, like, it's almost like, damn, guys. Then they reworked the space combat. They made that a little better. I'm not going to lie. Space combat's not bad in this game. Space combat, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 7, maybe. Maybe. 6.5, 7. It's better. Space combat, I do kind of like in this game, although I still think it's easy as shit. But, okay, space combat is okay. Ground combat is just awful. No matter what they do, they seem like they just can't get the ground combat right. Like I said, what would help ground combat? Add destructible buildings and killing NPCs. You do so much. Just those two things right there. Killing NPCs, like Get Korvax or Beacon NPCs. Maybe giving us a melee weapon. Adding some animations. Just having destructible buildings, all that stuff would help the ground combat so much. They don't do it. Which is ironic, because like I said, some of the animations are in the game. Like if you're a Gek or a Korvax or a Beacon and you die, the animation is in the game of you dying with that race. Or that outfit or whatever. So it would be pretty easy for them to code that in. Yeah, like add a melee weapon, man. I know everybody's like, oh, you add a lightsaber. No, you don't have to add a lightsaber, but add some form of a melee weapon, like an energy sword, yeah, something, a staff or something. Like, that would be cool, man. Everybody been saying that, dude. These are things, Omar, that people have been telling them for years, and they don't add any of it. This is, again, it's a double-edged sword that they don't charge for DLC, right? Because this DLC, everybody's like, oh, No Man's Sky always adds DLC for free. They're such a good company. They're so great. Oh, my God, that's the best comeback story ever. But what is the problem with, why do they keep adding free DLC? Because their DLC isn't good enough to be fucking paid. That's why. If they charged money for that DLC, this game would get shitted on all over the place. And they know that. That's why they don't charge $5.99 DLC and stuff like that. If they started charging money on their DLC, this game would lose the entire player base like in a day. Everybody would stop playing this game if they started charging for DLC, because the DLC just isn't that good. Does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. Look at all the ideas that you're giving me right now. Why can't they think of that? Any of them. Right. There's so much that they can do. Again, it's, I had an older guy talk to me who was in his 50s about, like, and he would play this game. And he would say this game is really like lipstick on a pig. He would use that terminology all the time. He says, look, it's got a great idea. I don't think anybody I don't think anybody will tell you that this game has a bad idea, okay? It's like this game could really has a good idea, all right? This game is a 10 out of 10 for potential. Ongoing potential. It's just, it doesn't live up to it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think any of the mechs melee, Omar. None of them. There is a mech you can build in this game, but it doesn't melee. It just has, like, lasers. So it's, like, stupid. In Armored Core, when that comes out, like, you know, by next month or so, believe me, in Armored Core, you can melee with those mechs. I remember the first Armored Core had all sorts of melee stuff, and had guns and all that stuff. So it's really cool. Like, Armored Core is going to be a lot of, especially From Software is on it now. That's, you know how From Software does its customization builds. Like, one thing about Elden Ring that I always said was good was the amount of customizable characters. So now imagine doing that with robots. It's going to be kind of cool. It's probably not going to be as difficult as Elden Ring either. It's going to be more user-friendly, and being able to build robots like any different way with From Software's customization, which is pretty good. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Like, I'm sure, and one thing about the older Armored Cores was you were always able to build so many different variations of stuff. Watch how Armored Core 6 is going to be very interesting. That's almost a game I recommend people to pre-order. I think it's going to be good, like really good. Especially that the people from Elden Ring are taking it by the horn there. I gotta get food, Omar. I don't know what to get. Let me think about this. I gotta get food. What kind of food do I get? Could order. And Armored Core is gonna have PvP, absolutely. I don't think one Armored Core. I don't think there was ever an Armored Core that didn't have PvP. I don't know how good it's going to be. Again, is From Software going to make it balanced and shit? I don't know. Again, their PvP with Elden Ring was kind of, sketchy. Although it was fun, but it was kind of sketchy. But is Armored Core going to have PvP? Yeah, they'll have a PvP system. Again, I don't know how balanced it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to have all sorts of cheating involved. I don't know. Again, From Software, Japanese company, they don't know how to really correct things like that. But what I do think it's going to have is have a great single player. It's going to have a good story. I do think it's going to have good customization all over the place. It probably will have a PvP system. Whether it's going to be good or not, that's going to be debatable. But, yeah, it's going to be cool. Alright, I gotta order food, dude. Hold on a second. Omar, what do you think about the Hawaii wildfires? What? No, Omar, I don't know where you got your misinformation, Omar. A lot of innocent people are missing and dying. What are you talking about? If anything, I never heard that. I heard about the land grab. What do you mean, Omar? Like, I'm surprised you would even say that. It's a pretty big deal. It's the worst wildfire of all time. I mean, I heard of real estate land grabs, but you can't minimize the thousands of lives that are suffering right now. They're not all suffering. Probably, I don't know where you heard sex traffickers. A lot of them are like women, like people like your grandparents and stuff, man. Huge traffic. I mean, do they have proof of that? How come they're not saying that? And even if that's the case, you know, let's just say you're right. Right? I'll bite for a second. Let's just say you're right. You know, I mean, they don't deserve to burn. Maybe those people do, but not the whole island. You get what I'm trying to say, Omar? Like, maybe those people deserve bad, but you think the whole island of innocent people deserve bad? That's like saying burn New York down because of a couple of bad apples. You can't do that. Or burn Wisconsin down because you got some bad people. Like, that doesn't work like that, man. You know what I mean, Omar? Omar, you been playing your computer? I can't believe Biden said no comment the way he did. Oh, I appreciate that, Omar. What do you think of Joe Biden having no comment on the Hawaii stuff? I think that's kind of bad. Maybe. I mean, fuck, man. You know, well, I'll be honest, Omar. I'm not going to go that far because that's a huge allegation. But I will say he might not have a comment because he knows. You know, like again, that's going into conspiracies. But maybe he doesn't want to comment on it because who knows, right? Like, let's just say something was. Like you said, if something was burned down because of that, right? Could it be that he has no comment on it because he doesn't want to put attention to it, right? I mean, it's food for thought. I mean, again, you can't... That's a heavy-duty blanket statement to throw. I mean, I don't want to go there, but, Look at Epstein Island. It was a real thing, so... Hold on, wow, they're here early. Hello? Okay, be right down, thank you, sir. Okay. I'm back here. It's in here. Hold on. Are you there? Who's in my show? Omar, should I play Evil Within? I don't know if I want to play it though, because I downloaded it, but it's PS4 and that kind of bothers me. I also got my Chinese food here, so maybe, I don't know, let's see. You know, it's getting boring, the same game, right? You know what I mean, Omar? You know what I'm gonna do, Omar? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll eat my food and watch something. I don't know, Omar. I'm not gonna hang out. I'm gonna watch something on YouTube. I gotta get some basketball or some shit. All right, Omar. I'll just talk to you later. Let me just save my game. I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later, Omar. Maybe I'll stream the other game later.